Hey, this is Brother Teacher. I just wanted to ask you a question. Do any of you believe that we are actually going to be involved in a World War III, uh, beginning with Iran, because of the most current events where Donald Trump took it upon himself to attack their high ranking general and killing him, Soleimani, Soleimani. Uh, and then here, about a day ago, Iran, that is, fired upon a U.S. military occupied building or impound. From what I understand, there were no casualties, but I think that's pretty much the beginning of some horrible things to come. But I'm interested in knowing what your feelings are about this Irani U.S. tension, I should say. I believe this, and I've said this in time past. We bluff in the United States. We do that all the time, as it relates to politics in the United States. They'll say they're going to do something that they don't do. They say they're not going to do something, and then they'll do it, as it relates to our so-called government. But when you're messing with people from the Middle East, they have a duty to Allah, to God. And when they make up their minds that they're going to get revenge, that's exactly what they're going to do. And make no mistake about it, we need to walk very carefully, maybe even on eggshells, just because we believe that we're the greatest superpower on planet Earth. At least we've been told this for many, many years. Does not necessarily mean that we're going to walk away unscarred, unmarred. Because these countries, just like Vietnam, when we invaded Vietnam, we got our behinds kicked and we had to leave Vietnam. We were not going to win that war, and we did not win the Vietnamese war. We just did not. And those people had some tricks up their sleeve because we were actually in their living room. So anytime you invade a country that you know nothing about, you can expect some unexpected things to occur. So the same thing is true with Iran. Iran, even though we might outnumber them in terms of our technology and even equipment, they are not Iraq. They have the will, they have some military might on some level, and they have the wherewithal and the passion for their country to make sacrifices of all their lives if they had to. They believe this. They believe this through and through. So to assume that we're just going to go in and crush them, it will never happen. And then when we think about the fact that they have an alliance with Russia and China, who are two major superpowers, who's to say that Russia and China won't step in if it gets hot in the kitchen and the United States militarily attacks Iran? Who's to say that? Now, if Russia and China got into it, it's bye-bye U.S. I'm serious. It just simply is going to be that way because we do not have the manpower. We do not have the ordnance. We do not have the arsenal to withstand Iran, Russia, and China, to include some other smaller entities within the Middle East. We don't have that power because our coalition does not exist anymore. Who's going to back the United States? Who's going to support us in a wartime? It's not going to happen. If anybody, it would be Israel. But that's the only one I can think of. Anyway, let me know what you think about this so-called potential war between Iran, saying that they want revenge for Soleimani being executed by President Trump's order. That was it, and that was all.